Close. There it is. Hey, good morning, Mikey. How you doing, bro? I gotta fix this. A little bit screwed up here. See that disaster area of a bench of mine there? Hawk Slings, what's happening? T-Rex, Mr. Rex, how you doing, buddy? Hoggy, the pigeons have been loosed all morning, my friend. Taylor Made, how's it going? Daryl, how you doing? Joseph, what's up? Thomas, how you doing? Bro, that text you sent me broke my heart a little bit, man. I gotta be honest. Hassan, what's happening? Ropa, how you doing, buddy? Al, gotcha, bro. Oh, it was a rough night, boys and girls. It was a rough night. Yeah, I'm really hoping that all sorts out, man, because broke my freaking heart. Anyway, Thomas, if it doesn't show up, I'll make it right. But I don't think after this, with all the trouble I've had with USPS in a while, I don't think I'm going to be shipping with them anymore. I think I'll go straight up with a courier. The only reason why I was trying to avoid using a courier for you guys is because I don't want you guys to get hit with any custom charges. So I was hoping you just send it right through the mail and everything was going to be good. But I've had a bunch of problems with things coming from the U.S. to Canada with USPS. It always seems to get lost. I think it's in Chicago, but I don't know. This time it seemed to almost make it all the way to your place and gets lost. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Maybe it'll turn up, but that hub in Chicago just kept screwing me up. I had a bunch of things that I had ordered that went through there and just kind of disappeared, never to be found again. It's a real pisser. Hope everybody's a fantastic morning and weekend. Yeah, the weekend's not bad. I had some family over yesterday, last night. My parents, my brother, my sister, their spouses, all their kids. So Kwame and Jasmine and Akil Kaya and Callie and Madison. All of them were out there. So anybody watching, shout out to them. We had all four dogs together, which was pretty fun. They were good for the most part. I mean, yeah, they're good for the most part. My dog's a bit of a spaz, so oh yeah, they're having some fun, running around doing their thing, and I don't know. Benny's like I don't know. He's kind of funny. He's like full tilt until he crashes. But we haven't really seen his limit until he crashes. It's only when everybody leaves and everything like that that he'll actually settle down. Warrendale PA Hub is my troll spa. That sounds like the Dallas Hub. Oh no. Oh, that sucks, dude. It really does suck. I would prefer to try to get away with sending by USPS, but I recently had trouble with something sending it down to Kyle, sending it down to his wife. They said it was delivered, but then canceled because of a dog, and he's like, I don't even have a dog. I don't know what the hell's going on. And then it finally showed up like 2 weeks later. It took forever to get there, and then now this one. That's pretty much two to like 2 out of 5. That's those odds are not good enough for me. So I think what I'll do is I'll start sending things by UPS, UPS or FedEx or one of those where they actually pay attention to what they're doing. I don't know what the hell's going on, but sucks. Oh yeah, shooting this little wooden Avro today. I quite like it. It's kind of fun to shoot. It's really really light. Like it weighs nothing. I got some. Wasn't really sure how sturdy these would be, so I'm going to be shooting. I got another one here. It's kind of like in the works. It's been in the works for quite a while. You guys haven't really seen it yet, but this is what she looks like. And I'm just testing it out to make sure that the laminate's going to be okay before I put my maker's mark inside the center. But it's a real lot of fun to shoot. Homemade slingshots, what's up? Hi, Freya. Oh, see you later, Freya. FedEx destroys packages. For 7mm steel ammo, which thickness band is best? Well, just to give you an idea, for 8mm steel, which I shoot, I use 0.45 or 0.5. You could probably get away with 0.4 or 0.45 for 7mm steel. I probably lean more towards 0.4. I don't know if Omega Slings has a 0.4. I've never gone down that low in their band sizes, but their 0.45 is fantastic. FedEx is bad in my area too. Oh man. Can I review the PR-47 Tillebrock? I don't even know what that is, man. I have no idea what that is. Can I shoot it at the camera? No, I can't. If I shoot it at the camera, it'll break my camera. DHL is good, but a little pricey. Yeah, DHL is good actually. I was kind of sketched out by them when the first time I got some stuff from Prime Fork. They were sending me text asking me for money because they had import charges, obviously. But when it comes in by text message, it always kind of sketches me out. Like you never know if you're getting scammed or not. And I had heard that there was a scam going around with DHL, but I've actually never had an issue with DHL. There was a couple of times where DHL was coming into my area, and they're like, we're at your house and you weren't here. I'm gonna turn around and come back. And the guy actually called me on my phone, and I'm like, dude, just leave it at the front door. He's like, can you go back into your thing and change your settings, and I'll do that. I'm like, yep, sure, no problem. He did it, no problem. Sent me a picture that it was delivered. Said thank you on the phone. I'm like, can't go wrong with that. Yeah. Yep, 0.45 from Omega White. It's the good stuff. I'm telling you. The only trouble is I don't have any. I don't think I have a DHL in my area. That's the only thing that sucks. I'd have to go pretty far out. I think our DHL office or depot or whatever you want to call it is in Laval. It's far for me. It's very far. Oh man. Yeah, it's the same kind of deal with me too, Leon. It's about an hour away, so I don't want to be driving around, having to go find a DHL in my area when I know there isn't one. I know I got a FedEx, I got a Pure Later, but with Pure Later, when Pure Later ships to the United States, you end up paying a little bit more because they'll pick it up at the depot here, but then they send it over to the state, over to the US or globally by UPS. Jesus loves me. Thank you. Hey, Rick, what's going on, bro? I tried 2015 for 8mm, but too much for my old hands. Fatigue. 2013 seems to be a good compromise. Your experience? I think 20 to 12 was really good. So is 18 to 12. Both of them are good, and it should lighten it up for you if you're worried about it. If you're not looking to go hunting with it or whatever, you're just plinking in the backyard. 18-12 will be plenty for you. Oh yeah. 1610 long draw is my favorite. Yeah. I haven't quite messed around too much with long draw tapers, but I think that would be pretty fun to try out maybe this summer. It could be that the part of my trouble so far. Oh yeah, part of my trouble so far has been basically shooting over stinky bands. Could be. Oh, suffering today, guys. I'm suffering. So much from Carlo and Eric yesterday. What a blast. Oh, did you get out shooting with them? Steven, what's up, man? Oh. Yep. Man, I'm suffering today, man. Freaking tired. And it was rough, man, when I woke up this morning. For the last little while, I've basically gone back to eating the way I like, and pretty much for the most part meat based. So I always feel better that way. I feel better. I lose weight. I get all kinds of fucking good side effects, like joint pain goes away, all kinds of shit. So I started going back that way. But last night we had a shit ton of people over at the house, and I was like, oh fuck, I don't know what we're gonna do for dinner. My wife's like, oh, let's just have lasagna. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll have a we'll have lasagna. I'll just have like we'll call it a cheat night or whatever. And man, I felt like shit this morning. It tasted really good. Don't get me wrong, but man, I went to bed, stomach going crazy. Had to take a couple of had to take had to take a couple of Gaviscon. Had a little bit of heartburn going. It was like, fuck, man. Now I remember why I quit eating this shit. It's fucking terrible. But this morning I woke up, had a couple of eggs, feeling pretty good. Feeling better. I'm not feeling quite good yet, but it's gonna take a day or two to get all that shit out of my system, and then I'll feel fantastic again. But man, every time I eat that stuff, man, I suffer, and it sucks because yeah, one of my favorite things to eat is my spaghetti, my homemade spaghetti sauce, and my spaghetti. Whoop, it's fucking good, but man, I suffer when I eat that shit. Those outlaws wear you out, Mark. Yeah, they do, buddy. They really do. But my outlaws weren't here. It was just my, well, I guess some of my outlaws. Oh man, actually, you know what? Speaking of which, I need a little refill. Look at that. What? Can I please not swear or else I'm going to leave the stream? Bye. What's up, Zach? He swiped out of fucking Waffle House. No. No, it's an Amazon buy. Just liked and subbed. Well, thanks, Connor. Yeah, I was thinking, man, quite often on Sunday morning coffee at ATO, I come out with a coffee, and one coffee just ain't enough, if you know what I mean. So I got that big old thing I ordered on Amazon, put an ATO sticker on it. Now it feels legit, and that's it. Oh, check this out. So my troubles with spring continue. I placed an order. I placed an order back in October. Still haven't received my stuff. Lost my shit on them a couple of weeks ago, like I mentioned in the live. And I told them that I wanted a refund for my 2 orders. I had a water bottle coming, and I had my hooded sweatshirt, which I ordered back in fucking October, and I still haven't received it yet. Really pissed. So I've been trying to get a refund from them. So apparently, I asked for a refund. They're going to escalate it to see if I can get a refund. It took a week. They escalated, and I got an email back from the guy. I'm like, yo, dude, how long does this actually fucking take? Like, this is long. So he writes me back again saying, oh, just to let you know, we've escalated your refund. We're waiting to hear back. Please don't email me again. Otherwise, it could restart your ticket, is what he told me. So here's what old ATO has in mind. I'm waiting for my refund so I can close my account. As you guys have probably noticed, for anybody who's been checking out my merch recently, I have canceled. You don't have that spring order anymore. I got these new ones from Spreadshirt. Now, this is a nice little hoodie, the ATO logo on it. Pretty nice. I'm thinking about adding a few more to the thing, but I'm very happy with the way this thing turned out. It's super comfortable, fits nice, quality's good. And I placed my order, and I got it shipped within 24 hours. And that looks pretty damn good. Quality's good, everything's good, and the prices are better. So I was super, super happy. I was super happy about it, about the hoodie. Like, I was blown away when I got it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is freaking awesome. Not only that, but it arrived at my house in 2 weeks from wherever the fuck it ships from. 2 weeks. Spring, I've had 2 or 3 orders go missing. They always ship late, and now I can't even get my fucking refund. But as soon as I get my refund, I'm closing my account, and I'm gonna go on a fucking spring smear campaign that nobody's ever seen ever before. The only thing flat out I'm gonna be saying is, don't buy from Spring. They're a bunch of fuckers and liars and can't fucking supply their people. And to top it all off, I did a little research, and apparently they were sued by one of their suppliers back in 2023 because they don't pay their bills. So anyway, we'll leave it be at that. But Spreadshirt, very, very happy with Spreadshirt. We will definitely. They printed it backwards. They did. I know. That's the one thing. Hey, I got it quick and it's straight. So you can't ask for anything else. Took me 3 months to get my hat. You see, this is what I'm talking about. And I didn't even know this until, who was I talking with? I think I was talking with Ropa. And Ropa told me that he'd forgot that he ordered the hat and it just arrived. I think it was Rob. I'm pretty sure. But it took him forever, and all of a sudden the thing just showed up in the mail. And he's like, oh shit, I forgot I ordered this. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. How often is this happening? Because I had some trouble of getting my stuff, and it was taking long. And I'm like, fuck, if I'm having trouble and I can't get samples to show my people, what am I gonna do? Like, does that mean the people that have ordered are still waiting for their shit? That's unacceptable. So I started looking into it, and that was pretty much the thing. But I don't get a list of who's bought things from me, so I don't know. Or not from me, from Spring, with my merch on it. I don't know. So at this point, I don't even know what to do about it, how to go after them, how to do what, because they're definitely not honoring sales, which is a problem. And if that's the case, then YouTube shouldn't be having them in their list to pick to add to the channels. Yeah, Mark, the sticker showed up first, and then the hat showed up 2 weeks later. Yeah, that's right. It's just unacceptable. And I can't remember what they were charging. That's another thing, too. Like for my stickers on my channel, like the one I have on my coffee pot, like you saw, or this one here. Actually, I got one on my water bottle, too. Just like that one there, to buy from Spring, it's even smaller. It's something like $6. And then you got to pay shipping on top of that. So I started thinking, like, man, that's going to be a freaking problem. Like, that's expensive. But through Spreadshirt, a sticker that size, a bigger like that size, is $1.99, and it's one of those fancy ones. So I'm like, okay, that's it for me now. Like, Spring's freaking done. I started looking into Spreadshirt, and originally when I started into figuring out a merch line, I discovered that there was a bit like Spreadshirt, their interface or whatever it is, like how you use their system is a little bit more complicated than Spring. Spring was very easy. Upload your thing, it'll tell you if you could use it or not. If you could use it, boom, there it is. Add to shirt, add to shirt, add to shirt, add to cup, add to this, and everything was just bing, 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 all the way down. You made a giant list, boom, send it over. You can add very easily in and out. Their site is more user friendly. Spreadshirt was a little difficult because I'm doing everything on my phone, and I believe it's probably geared more for a desktop. But man, the service is there. The quality is there. I'm happy. What did I miss here while I was just rambling and ranting like a fucking psycho? Hello guys, Track Attack here. How you doing, Track? Yo, Mo, what's up, bro? Oh, I ordered a custom 90mm Robin from Sniper Sling. The anticipation is killing me. I hate waiting. I will tell you this, Mr. Zach. It's worth the wait. The S Robin is really fucking nice. Oh, I love it. It's a good one. I've had mine for quite some time, and I'm a huge fan. Let's just leave it at that. I'm a huge fan. And look at this. Remember, I was out here shooting those bands. They're still going. 0.45. I think this is the fourth or fifth live now. I've been shooting this with my Avro, and it's they just keep on trucking these bands. I'm super impressed with them. I'm pretty sure we'll have them shit to bed pretty soon. I mean, I couldn't even tell you how many shots I've had on these things at this point. It must be close to 700-800. Oh man, that was so low. But these. Oh, there it is. 0.45 Omega Slings. I'm telling you. Legendary. I use Sticker app. Well, the last time I got my big batch, like all of these ones here, that I send out with all my slingshots. These ones are all from Sticker Hub or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a great place. It's Leon. Leon gave me the lead on it, and I got a really, really good deal. It was kind of surprising. I'm doing really good, Mo. Surviving. Had all the family over at the house last night. My brother, my sister, mom, dad, 4 dogs. It was crazy. By the time they left, we got cleaned up. It was like a little bit past midnight, and I was rough. I was feeling rough this morning. Ate too much lasagna. Felt like shit. What's the difference between the mini and the regular one? The regular Robin. I just got the regular S Robin. I think it's a G3 version that I have. But what would be the difference if you've made it 90mm? Because I think the original as it's made. I think it comes as an 85. I don't know what the difference would be between the mini and the regular one if it's a 90 millimeter. Oh yeah, Hub City slaps. That's what we're talking about. Yes, sir. No Mo, no leftovers, bro. I told my wife last night after I was sitting there on the couch like, fuck, I feel like I'm gonna die. I told her, no, everybody leaves with some shit, eh? Get rid of all this, all of it. It's shorter. Ah, okay. So the only difference between the S Robin and the S Robin Mini is one of them's got like a shorter handle on it. Okay, so the mini would not be for me then. I would need to shoot the regular one. I actually got the I should have brought the Robin down here. I got it banded up. I was banding it up the other day, and I'm thinking, man, it's been a while since I shot this thing. We should get it back out again. Pranjal, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I think you're gonna like that, Zach. It's a pretty nice slingshot. Shoots great. I was actually gonna just today. Actually, my plan was to come outside and actually do some shooting off the deck today. I got the deck all shoveled off yesterday, and was thinking about shooting into that catch box. But when I woke up this morning, I was feeling kind of rough, and I'm like, "Fuck, I don't know, man. I don't want to stand out in the cold for all this time." And I left my toque at work, so I was like, "Fuck, what am I gonna do?" And then I realized. Then I looked back outside again, and it was already snowing again. So I was like, "Fuck, okay, I guess we're back in the garage again for another day." Yeah, the regular 120 is nice for me. I got a wide mitt, short little fingers, but a wide mitt. So when did the tomato turn red because it saw the salad dressing? Ah, some funny shit right there. Hey, later, Rex. Take it easy, bro. Hey guys, I got a question for you. Let me see if I can find that thing and see what you say. See what you say. For all you, there we go. For all you builders up there, I got a question. Let me see if I can find it. Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? Seriously, where'd I put it? Yeah, this isn't funny. Okay. Yeah, I've been working on this thing for a while now, and I'm like, I'm pretty much done with it. But I'm having this one freaking problem, and I don't know how to get past it. So, any of you guys out there that are builders, I've got this little beauty all wrapped up, just about ready to go. I've been kind of chipping away at it, and it's looking pretty damn good. Little wrap and tuck. Maybe I'm just being picky, You guys let me know. But you see right here, it's got a little bit of a darker spot in it. And where's the other one? There's another one here somewhere. Right here. It seems when I put it on the buffing wheel takes Scruffy Nerd, what's up? It seems that the buffing wheel takes like gunk off of not gunk. I guess it just pulls like some of the dust or the fiber out of the carbon fiber, and it drags it into the G10. And when I'm trying to clean it up, I can't seem to get rid of it. It's pissing me off a little bit. Oh, got to get to work. Take it easy, Joseph. This is a beauty. Like, I want to ship it out. But I can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being fucking picky. I don't know. But I want to send out as perfect as possible that I can, and I am. And when I'm putting it on a buffing wheel, it looks like super brilliant and beautiful in the green in some spots, and then I see that, and it just fucking pisses me off. I'm like, fuck, it's so close to damn perfect. Let's just go. Let's get it. How long have I been making slingshots for? Not very long. Not very long. A little while. Yeah, I've noticed that sometimes, like, say if the wheel's turning down, right, like this, I would put the G10 side this way to kind of brush it up, but I get a better brilliance when I go this way, but then it pulls the shit in. I don't know. Impregnates the carbon into the heated resin, and it gets a little softer from friction. Kind of makes it unique in a way. I know. It's just that if I'm going to be selling these things, I want them to be perfect when I'm sending them out, or as close to perfect as possible, really. And that one has my name all over it. This one's already spoken for, though. But I'll tell you what, Leon. Hold on, buddy. Where did I put it? I do have another one in the works. It's going to be thin carbon fiber. I still got to get this thing through the router and clean her all up, and then drill the holes and put the clips on and all that stuff. But I don't have one with an ATO pin in it. Oh, not a wrap and tuck, right? You do have the micarta one, though. I think that one had a pin in it. You and I were the only ones who had a pin. Yeah, but I got this one that's in the works. It's been in the works for quite some time. I also got one like this. Another one just like it that I got to hit on the router. And I got this guy, nice little jade micarta brown. This one's going to be clipped. But I got three more. I just fucking have had very little time to do anything. But those red marble ones, I'll show you what it's going to look like finished. If I can find it. Maybe it's here. Yeah, so that red marble one will end up looking like this when it's done. What's up, Doug? Yeah, I got one of these. I got two more of these bad boys going. That'll be pretty nice, along with that clipped green and carbon, and yeah. I'm Joe's bad for an ATO frame. Yeah. I quite like this one. This one's pretty nice. When I picked up this material, it was pretty fucking expensive, unfortunately. But I don't know if I'll be doing much of them or many of them. But I was actually hoping to get my hands on some marble carbon fiber like this one, but with a green background, toxic green. It would look freaking amazing. I like that green. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a freaking beauty right there. And you should see this thing in the sunshine, like it really pops. All those gray spots that you're seeing in there, that's all carbon fiber chips, and it's mixed in with. I don't know what the rest of it's actually made of. They call it marble carbon fiber, but I'm assuming it's probably G10 that's in there. But in the sunshine, this thing just explodes. It's a sweet looking frame. The green carbon fiber, if not claimed, I'll claim it. Oh yeah, we'll talk, Leon. I was planning on raffling all those off, but we'll talk. If I can get it, if I'm happy with the finished product, Leon, we'll talk. Okay. Oh, this thing's a freaking laser beam, though. I'm telling you. Fragrance King, what's up? God loves me. Well, thank you. I'm sure he loves you too. I'm sure God loves you too. It's going to be a clip frame, though, Leon. Is that all right for you? Or, you know what? Message me later. We're going to talk. Oh. And we're kind of getting back to the proper temperature, which is nice. Where I'm going to be able to get outside and shoot again with my beloved 0.45 Olympus green. Freaking love this elastic. This is the 0.45 Olympus green is probably my favorite elastic. Out of all the elastics that are out there, there we go, knocked it down. I can't wake up today for some reason. Me either, man. I'm having a hard time. Did I switch from white? What are you talking about? Oh, did I switch from the white, electric white? No, my two favorite bands that I'm shooting all the time is 0.5 electric white and 0.45 green. I find the 0.5 white is a little bit on the light. Sorry, the 0.45 white is a little bit on the light side for me. But the performance of the 0.45 green and the 0.5 white are very, very similar, but really, really nice. But I really like the 0.4 the 0.45. But the only trouble with the 0.45 is when it starts getting cool, it does drop off quite a bit. So I go up to 0.5, and when it gets really cold, like around that -10 and colder, I switch to 0.6. Oh yeah. I'm still working on that little I guess it's like a 9.5 millimeter ball that the Cool Hand Luke sent me. -10. He's laughing. Yeah, -10. It's about -8 outside today, and that's like a summer day in winter for me. So trying to get one. Don't worry, Hillbilly. We'll set you up. Oh yeah, and I also got this guy in the works too. This little fella here. This one's gonna be really nice. Once it's all sanded out and cleaned up, it's gonna look beautiful. Maybe I'll work on that one today, get that one done. And if I'm still having trouble with this guy, trying to get those all the sides all cleaned up properly the way I like it, I think what I might just do is just tape it off. I'll tape it off all the way around the carbon side, and then just hit it with a buffing wheel and get it all cleaned up. And then anyway. Maybe I'll just do a quick shout out to the dude this is going to and see if he's happy with it with a real close up If he wants me to keep working on it, I will. If not, then I'll send it off to him. I know he's been waiting a while, and he's a freaking awesome dude, so I don't want him to wait any longer. But I don't know. I'm pretty. This fucking thing's beautiful, though. I love it. Like I kind of want to keep it. Yeah, and it holds so nice. I find, yeah, it holds real nice. It's gonna shoot sweet too. And I love the Avros. They've got this really, really sharp corner to shoot off of. I love that about them. Yeah, the black and green is pretty sick, dude. It really is. And somebody had mentioned too, it might be the compound that I'm using. I might be able to change up the compound. Right now, I'm using, for the most part, I use this white compound. I do have a green one, which is supposed to be even more fine. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. I'll have to play with it a little bit. See how it all works out. But it's kind of funny though. I've made a bunch of different Avros, and I'm actually having a hard time finding one that I shoot better than this one. I really am. I don't know. There's something about the color of it. The fork tip really kind of pops out for me a little bit differently. I don't know. Chill guy, shout out to Chill guy. What's going on, bro? Black carbon ascent. Yeah, and I got some new carbon fibers, so I'm at some point I'm going to be making a few more of those with the green. But I'm a little bit unhappy with my template. I think I'm going to redo my template again, trying to get it as close as possible to perfect, and we're going to go from there. I got to take that. I got that special paper that I picked up. I think what I'll do is I'll put my template on top of that and kind of work out the kinks to make sure everything lines up properly, 100%. Because anyway, I want to get it as perfect as possible. Because a lot of times when I'm coming down doing this little bit here, it's very, very hard to get it perfectly even with the template I have. For some reason, it seems to be off by like a millimeter. But I see that millimeter and it fucking drives me crazy. So I'll see if I can get that cleaned up, get a couple of new templates made. I'll get one template made, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it up to a machine shop. And I'll have them blast out like 13 or 14 of them. And I'll have a whole bunch. And that way I can get multiple slingshots prepared and ready and going. And my goal is at some point when I get everything kind of banged out, looking the way I want to, and getting them just about perfect, I'll be able to open up like an Etsy store or something like that where I can sell directly from there. And that's my goal, my end goal. So I don't have to keep doing raffles. So people who actually want one will get one. So we'll see how it goes. Nature Man, how you doing? Roscoe, what's happening? I'm glad you like the stream, Chill guy. Burlap would look nice. Yeah, it would. I have actually the one that I have here, the bison one with the jade. I'll give you a close up of it. This is actually it's like a burlap micarta with it's called like a bison color. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna lick it. Okay. Give you a better idea of what the color's gonna look like once it's all shiny. But it'll look pretty damn good when it's done. I'm pretty confident about this once it's all rounded out nice. And what I've discovered on the wrap and tuck models, I believe I'm going to be doing I do like a 1/4 inch routing on the outside, on the back face, but on the front face, I tried a 1/4 inch routing on the front face on this one. It feels really good in the hand, like really, really comfortable. It's a definite increase in comfort. With the Avro on this one, I did it. It's more of a boxy square one, which makes it much easier to get that rounding out even. But I did I believe it's a 1/4 inch on the front side and a 1/4 inch on the back side. So it's kind of boxed out a little bit. Maybe it was 3/16, I can't remember. But the last one that I just did, where'd that wrap and tuck feller go? There we go. On this one, I did a 1/4 inch on the back side, which is real nice for the comfort. And then I did a 1/8 inch in the front side. And the 1/8 inch on the front side gives it more of a square chunkiness to it, I guess, that kind of locks up in your hand. But I find I get a better grip with this setup. Well, for me anyway. But I think the wrap and tuck versions will continue going with I don't know. Maybe I'll go up to 3/16 on the front sides. I'm not even sure yet, but we'll see. Yeah, the black and green's pretty sick, man. That's probably that one and the one. Actually, the last 3 frames that I made, the wrap and tuck one that's going to be heading out to Shades. I've got the wrap and tuck one. I got the one that's going up to Thomas Bryant, and the last one that fucking who on the other one? Shit, I can't even remember his name at the moment. Anyway, those are probably my 3 best frames that I've made so far. They're freaking beautiful. Bang on. I'm really worried that fucking Slingshot's lost in the mail. I'm gonna snap. It's a beauty that he got. Oh yeah. Yeah, thanks for the shout out, but I have to go. I will join later. And again, thank you for the shout out. Anytime, bro. See you later, chill guy. Thanks for stopping in, man. Bye, ATO. Have to prepare for my tomorrow's exam. Good luck, Pranjal. John, what's happening? Are you going to live stream again later? I do every Sunday. Every Sunday morning, I'm live. Every single Sunday. And quite often during the week, I do another one, usually after 4 o'clock, but I haven't had much time lately. I'm hoping to be able to do it once summer hits and the sun starts coming up a little bit later. We'll definitely be doing that. Shooting live after I've done all my running around and stupid shit, and after I've had my supper, I'll have time to do that. But I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping in, chill guy. Good to meet you, man. So what are you up to, John? Everything good? It's kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys are hearing that that .45 hit that catch box back there, man, but it's hitting it with a wallop. It's some good solid bands. There we go with a nice little hit too. Beauty. Knuckle, how you doing, bro? You'll have to change your channel now, Knuckle. Why is he changing his channel? Tried my first pick for yesterday. I didn't do too bad for one. Not one knuckle hit. Oh no. I just caught the live stream, and yeah, mail is scary. Mail lady delivered the wasp Wendigo to my neighbors. Yeah, fuck. Man, it sucks, man. Honestly, tell me if I'm being crazy here, but it seems like I don't want to talk shit about anybody's profession, okay? But when you get to a point when you're just looking at a fucking name on a package and you have to match it to the house that you're sticking it on, it's not that fucking complicated. It's not. And just to give you guys an idea, I work as a purchaser in the maintenance department. I buy machine parts all the fucking time. All day long, every day, I'm matching up machine parts to run on the lines of the machinery. It used to be if I was going to order some kind of electronic valve or a piston or a hydraulic motor or anything like this, I would talk to a guy on the phone and say, hey, bro, I need a hydraulic motor. It's part number 1234. I'm having this problem. The guy would be like, oh, you're having this problem? You could do this, you could do this, you could do this, you could change this thing here, set up the SID. I can send you a brand new model, but I'll also send you a couple of repair kits and we get this thing done. Now, the people that are on the phone, hello? Yeah, look, I'm having this problem. Ooh, can you please send an email? Okay, I send an email. Ooh, hey, buddy, I got a problem. Okay, for which model is it? Well, in the email, I sent you the picture with all the information on it. You should be able to research that in your system and give me an idea of what kind of seal kit I need for that valve. Oh, do you happen to have the part number? That's the shit I get all the fucking time. And then they send me stuff in the mail. Comes in by courier or by truck or whatever it is, and it's fucking wrong. You know? Like, dude. And I end up sending shit back all the time. It's not that complicated. When I give you all the fucking information, it's not that complicated. Take this a little bit further. I go to Tim Hortons. Ask for fucking coffee. I want a coffee, and I want a sandwich with bacon and sausage on it. That's it. What kind of bagel would you like, sir? I'd like an everything bagel. That's one of those bagels with all the fucking seeds on them. They fuck it up. They fuck it up every fucking time. I don't know why. I don't know what's happened. I don't know if it's fucking TikTok and everyone's got a fucking got the short-term memory of fucking goldfish. I have no idea. But man, what the fuck is going on? It's legal now. Everybody's high on pot gummies. Fuck, it could be. It could be. Which salty old sailor am I upsetting here? I'm sorry if I'm swearing too much. I apologize. Oh man, it's just crazy. You know, one day, man. Yo, Mr. Z. Well, I know you were just joking, Patrick. One day, man, my brother's got a bit of a shorter fuse than I do, okay? But he's getting ready to go to Tim Hortons, and every single day they were screwing up his order. And this woman that was working the window, my brother would drive up, and he would ask for his order, and then she's like, hello, sir, what can I get you, whatever. And he would say whatever it is he wants. And then halfway through, she'd cut him off. And he's like, what the fuck? No, wait, like that. And he's like, what the hell? And she's like, okay, go. And he's like, okay, I would like a large coffee, 2 cream, or double, as we say up here. Large coffee, double. I would like a sandwich, and I'd like an orange juice, blah, blah. Okay, wait. And he's like, okay, what the fuck's going on? You know? Finally, he gets to the window. After sitting there trying to explain a simple order of a hash brown, a sandwich, and a fucking coffee, he screwed up so many fucking times that he fucking lost his shit and just like took off. The next time, now that he gets to the fucking window and they call him Mr. Richard. Hello, Mr. Richard. Yeah, I've seen it in action. It's crazy. But he had to like go fucking ballistic on them because they fucked up his order every single day. And he went crazy. But it's not that hard, man. Imagine if they were doing a job complicated like mine. And no, oh, dude, Patrick, it was exactly like that. He said short-term memory of a goldfish. Yeah, it's true, man. You know, you place your order. It's like a 15-second drive from the fucking speaker to the window, and they fuck it up. You know? Come on. Yeah, Daryl, I deal with electrical too, and electrical kind of freaks me out. I got to be honest with you because I don't know a damn thing about electrical stuff. But whenever I get a part, I take all that information that's on the piece, I throw that into my system with the bill of materials, even with the information of what kind of kind of plugs are going in on either side and all this stuff, if it's a drive or whatever it is. I take all that information and I throw all that stuff into my system. So at least when I'm going to pull that information off and ask somebody for something, I don't look like a complete idiot, right? So I have all this information. What is it for? We use it on a tubing mill. We use it for this. We take this, we put that in there, we attach this to this, and this drive actually functions with a servo motor off the back end, and it does whatever servo motors do, right? And I put all that information in. So when I send them, I send them a pack of information of exactly what I need, and somehow, always comes back screwed up. Amoeba memory losers. Ohana means no family member. Means family. Means no one gets left behind. Nice. Afternoon, ATO slings and others. What's up, Vomit? Electrical tech for Soul Max. I forget people. I forget shit. People can die. No joke. No joke, man. Once Gen X retired, the world is scared. Is screwed. Yeah, it is. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it is. And we had one guy, man. I'm telling you, his young kid showed up. He's 24 years old. He had taken his mechanics course, and he came to work with us. It was his first fucking job, not first job as a mechanic. It was his first job. First day, kids walking through the shop. We're giving them a tour of the building. We've got 2 giant finishing lines and a whole tubing mill that goes from 2.5 inch all the way up to 10 inch, 4 inches of pipe, all the way up to 1/2 inch thick steel. This kid walks into the first place on his first day after just getting hired and says, "I'm going to refuse to work here. It smells bad in this building." That's what he said on his first fucking day. And right away, me being the gritty old bastard that I am, I'm kind of like, "You're refusing already? What the fuck you doing here then? Like, as far as I'm concerned, you can go." And the human resources apparently didn't like my approach and basically told me to chill. And within 3 weeks, that guy was fired because he decided that he didn't want to force and dropped a $15,000 electric motor on the floor. Nice, eh? And when everyone was saying, "Oh, how come you're being so hard on him, Mark?" And I'm like, look, when you got machines that lose, that run about $100,000 an hour on downtime, the last thing you want is a guy that's is too busy being a pussy and soft, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to force. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that." You got to get these guys on the floor, busting their balls and getting shit done. And don't get me wrong, I'm not like a slave driver or anything like that, not by any stretch. But I'm all about getting everybody in the member, developing a team and getting in there as a team, and whatever that problem is fucking that shit up. And that's the way I like to get things done. And when you have guys that are like that, I'm sorry, but you know what, dude? You need to go back out and you need to work at McDonald's for a little while and get a little bit of working experience, because having a guy that's straight out of school that's never actually got his hands dirty before, this is not going to do. That's not going to do in a place like that. What the hell do they expect the farm to smell like? Yeah, imagine. And this isn't even at a farm. This is at a big old tubing mill. But sometimes after the weekend, if the guy forgets to keep the cycler on, the coolant starts to gets a funny stink to it, and it smells. It's not horrible. It's not a horrible smell. It's not like you're smelling sewage or anything. It was like literally like the fuck's that smell? It smells kind of weird. That's all. And he was like, "Oh, I'm going to refuse to work here. I don't like the smell of this building." I'm like, "Oh, buddy, yeah." And he was electromechanic. That was his degree, electromechanic. So he's got He's got mechanic skills plus not quite an electrician's thing, but he's very good with electricity, or supposed to be good with electricity. Yeah, and it's tough because the pickings are slim nowadays too. There's not many people that want to get out there and get their hands dirty anymore, unfortunately. And you know, not many anyway. There's not many people, and the work ethic and whatnot is just not there. I remember when I was a kid. I guess I was around 50. I just turned 15. I got a job at McDonald's. I worked there for 5 years, and I did 35 and a half hours a week while going to school. And man, like I'm and trust me, I was one of those guys that you work hard and you play hard. You know what I mean? And it was just like, man, for if sometimes if I got like maybe 14 hours sleep for the whole week, that was a pretty good week. I was just a freaking animal, and I did that all through high school. Still managed to graduate, all that stuff. So it's like when I see these guys coming in dragging their ass, and like you have a call on the line, and the guy walks all the way down there. He's got no tools in his hands. He came by, he looks at it, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my tools." I'm like, dude, the fuck are you doing? Why didn't you go there with your tools to begin with? Like this kind of shit just makes me crazy. Being hockey players, 100%, man. Grew up on a farm, you had no choice. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you know what, Hawk? 100%. And I'm actually kind of experiencing that fucking issue at my work at this moment. They've had I guess we could say we had kind of like a shift because it used to be if you loyalty kind of went like that both ways, and in my company, I think there's still a few guys where the company still has that loyalty too, but a lot of the guys on the back end, they don't. And I probably shouldn't say too much on here just in case somebody from work is watching, but that whole thing has shifted. I mean, we've seen like some of the little bonuses things that they used to do for us is slowly but kind of chipped away. We used to get attendance bonuses, and summertime when we had our shutdown during vacation time, they would give us an extra $500 for our vacation to have fun and all that kind of stuff. And all that stuff's been cut out, and they nitpick you over fucking stupidity. And just to give you an idea, okay, I've worked at my company for 23 years, and I've been late 5 times in 23 years, and every single one of those except for one, which was my fault because I went to a wedding, and it was a Jewish wedding, which usually happens on I think it was what day was it? I think it was a Sunday, because I can't remember what day it was, but I had to go back into work the next day, and I was still thinking it was Saturday because that's wedding day for us. And my goodness, I showed up unable to fucking work. I woke up and I thought I had died. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's Monday. I got to go to work. I woke up. I pounded back like 4 coffees. I took a shower, took another shower. I'm like, okay, into the car. Let's go. Pounding headache, eating Tylenols like chips. Finally got to work. Fucking complete disaster. I was an hour late, but I worked up that day and did the extra hour overtime to make up for my time I missed, and went back home. That was back when I was an operator. But man, 5 times. And one time at my work, my most recent day I was late, I got stuck in traffic. There was a huge accident on the highway, and I'm the guy that's usually at work. I'm usually at work 30 minutes early, and I'm sitting in the I'm sitting in my parking lot most of the time, actually texting back Hoggy saying good morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, usually, or maybe even a little before that, and I start at 6:30. So keep in mind, I wake up, it's an hour drive from my house to my work. I get to my work a half hour or more early, and I sit in there and I check my social medias and I relax, answer a couple of emails, do that kind of thing. And then I go inside, pour my second cup of coffee, hit that shit on the table, and it's go time all the way to the end of the day. Now, when I'm on my way back, you know, all this shit's going on. You just can't you can't get anybody to do anything properly anymore at all, you know. And that one day that I was late because of the accident, they called me into the office just to let me know. And keep in mind, because of how early I left, I arrived at work I arrived at work 4 minutes late. Okay, punch in 4 minutes late. A week later, they called me into the office, sat me down for 15 minutes, waiting for my turn to go talk to human resources, just to let me know that I was 4 minutes late. And I'm like, what am I in here for? Oh, we just wanted to let you know that you were 4 minutes late. I said, oh, okay. When, last week? She's like, yeah. I said, yeah, there was an accident on the road. She's like, yeah, I know. We just wanted to let you know. I said, yeah, I know. I was fucking there. So she looks at me like, what? I'm like, yeah, I was there. I know I was 4 minutes late. But you do realize this is the first time in 7 years I've been late. 4 minutes. And you have to throw it in my face? Not only that, but you made me wait 15 minutes outside, which is more than 3 times the length I was late. And I lost out of production waiting for you. So now I guess I'm 20 minutes late and that's my fault, right? Give me a break. That was the first interview on how to interview for a job. Oh, man, that's funny. Hey, what's up, Chuckin? Client screwdrivers. You get the insulated ones? Almost everything fits in one pocket. Well, yeah, that's exactly my point, man. Yeah, that's the crazy thing is, you know, I get a 30-minute break every day. So I get there, I'm at my desk, I'm working like crazy. And because I'm the only purchaser that deals with the 3 big lines, I'm like running all over the place, looking at shit, taking photos, making sure I got all the information, you know, making sure everything fits properly, the connectors are good, talking with the mechanics, running back to my desk, placing orders at certain places all over the place. And a lot of times I'll look at my list from A to Z, and I could be gone away from my desk for like maybe 30 minutes, and I'll come back and I'll have 70 emails. It sucks. So it's really like you're really like plowing through stuff, you know. But nah, you know what, Fairwind? I think it's everywhere now. It sucks. Insulation needs that electrifying wake up every now and then. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we had this old. Actually, I just posted something about this very guy. We used to have this electrician that used to work at our place. I can barely even remember his name. I think it was Alain, but he was old. He was like 70 something. He had a big old gray afro, and he used to eat. It was fucking crazy. I just posted this on Facebook. Some of you may have heard this already, but he used to eat sardines, like 2 cans of sardines every fucking day. And he was eating these things, man. You should see his face, like a bunch of angels came in his mouth. It was fucking ridiculous. And he'd eat these things. I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't know how you can eat that. I can just smell it. It's fucking gross. He's like, oh, they're fucking delicious. I love them. He's like, you gotta try these things. They're fantastic, blah, blah, blah. So the other day I tried them. And if I ever see that guy again, I'm gonna fucking punch him out. They're the worst fucking things I've ever put in my mouth, if I'm being honest. But this same guy used to grab tools and he's sticking his finger inside the box. He's checking shit out. And he'd always do this. One hand into his pocket, and the other hand he's doing stuff with. And I'm like, what are you doing that for? He's like, just in case I touch something, I don't want to connect the I don't want to connect the circuit, so I keep one hand in my pocket all the time, and I'm checking shit and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's probably not the best way to do it, dude. You should probably be shutting that fucker off. It'll be much safer. Yeah, the medical fee, yeah, even here too, man. It's kind of unfortunate. It just seems like the quality of service everywhere and every single profession has gone way downhill. They I like for for example, we have these big strapping machines. They're made by a company called Signode. Back in the day, we used to have whenever I would make an order, I had a certain person that I would contact with all my part numbers. We had a good relationship back and forth. Everything was good. But then they changed the system where you send an email in. That email goes into some queue. They send you an automated email back saying, "Oh, we got your thing, and we're going to get to you as soon as possible." Blah blah blah. 2 days later, the person comes back, sends you the quote. Then you make your PO, you make your order, you send it back in there. 2 days later, you get a notification or order acknowledgement saying, "Hey, yes, your order's been placed. We'll let you know when it's shipped." A week later from there, it gets shipped. And it's like, all of this is just fucked up downtime. Like, I need to be able to talk to somebody when I have an emergency. Sometimes shit happens and things go wrong and everything goes to hell. So you need to have somebody there that you can contact. But most companies are all going to this automated back and forth trash, and it sucks because everything is delayed, and if you need to have something expedited or done quickly, you can't because there's no one to talk to. It goes into this giant soup bowl, and all these things get picked out. And I know, as being a human, you're kind of looking at a list of work to do, and you're like, "Oh, that job's gonna suck. Fuck that. I'm gonna take the next one." You know that happens, especially with people. People are who knows, but it's kind of bad. Randy, what's happening, man? Where to get that hoodie? Right down on this video, there should be a little thing down showing these little hoodies and all my products that I've attached to my channel. Just click on that link. That's my store, and you'll find all that stuff right there. CNGP, what's up? Yeah, it seems to be a global thing now. Everyone's trying to cut out jobs and kind of get things where their overhead is lower. But the more these guys do that kind of thing, a lot more people are starting to go to these websites that they can get stuff off of and not have to deal with that at all. And that's eventually just going to make people's jobs disappear when salesmen are no longer needed and cut proper customer service agents and all that stuff, or actually people that are knowledgeable about their stock, which sucks because when you have questions, like say you're trying to order a contact and you're trying to figure out what's the best auxiliary port to attach to that thing, and you've got some kid on the other side that's just punching in numbers to make orders, you need technical assistance. You need to talk to somebody. Who do you talk to? Nobody exists. Those guys don't exist anymore. And the bigger the company, the worse it gets. Oh yeah. Nathan, what's happening, man? Mark, you plan on putting some build videos together? I enjoy watching your the build lives. Yeah, I might do that. Maybe next week I'll put together a little build live. We'll do something like that. I've got a couple of them going. I'm actually thinking about possibly putting together a video very, very soon, just kind of going through my equipment and what I use it for. And then from there, we'll go on from there, I guess. I'll show everything that I actually use on a regular. There's probably one tool I'm gonna be ditching. I don't know if I find it good enough or useful enough. I'm gonna try a couple of different more blades on it first before I decide whether I'm gonna keep it or not. But my Blade Runner is that thing's freaking awesome. But I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, for sure. El Diablo, how you doing? It's a very nice day, and I show support from India. Well, much support to you, brother. I hope you're doing okay. It's not a nice day here. It's cold as fuck. We're talking somewhere around minus 10 Celsius, so it is what it is. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'll definitely be putting together some more. It's just that the finding time now. My son's got he's got 2 jobs, kickboxing and driving school during the week now. So it's like, fuck. I come home from work, I'm just running around all over the place. I don't really have that much time to do anything anymore. Once all that does, I got Saturday and Sunday. Yesterday, I was hoping to get in here and do a lot of work, but we had people come over and I had work to do in the house before they came by. So next Saturday, what's the date? Anyway, on the 22nd, I'm making hot sauce, so that Saturday is gone. And then we got next week. I guess next weekend is the only day I'm going to have to get in here and see if I can get a good chunk of those frames that I just those frames in progress kind of done. So I think this one here will go up real quick. I'll finish this guy off because we're very, very close on that one. And I've got this one, the Jade and Brown. And I've got 2 more of those white, black, and marble carbon fibers. We'll see if we can get those done. And I've got that other green one, but I think that one's spoken for. Haven't made anyone's lives lately. I've been watching replays. Yeah, it's rough, eh? And it's part of the best part of it. Well, yeah, minus 10 would be rough on the bands. Yeah, it sucks because like when I hit minus 10, instead of shooting my regular 0.45, my 0.45 green, I have to bump it up to around 0.6. And even at 0.6, when you start getting in around that temperature, it's really not that great. So anyway, yeah, I'm hoping that pretty soon we'll be able to get out and do it. But for the last couple of weeks, I haven't even been able to get outside and do any shooting in the backyard at all. We've had so much snow this year. Actually, we were lucky because last weekend we had a lot of rain come down, and it brought down the snow quite a bit. But I have on the side of my house, I got a 6-foot fence. The snow was about 18 inches from the top in the backyard. It was fucking high. So I'm hoping now that we can, now that we've had a bunch of rain and snow, and we had a couple of rain and warm weather, we actually had it come down. It was snowing a little bit this morning, but it stopped. So I think we only got like 3 or 4 centimeters or something, but maybe 2 or 3 centimeters, even maybe not even 4. But once that's all done and we get that lower down there, I'm going to try to get out and do some shooting in the backyard and get some videos done again. But right now it's just like, man, I've got no place to shoot. And even I was thinking about heading out onto the lake or onto the river and doing some shooting on the ice. But the snow is so deep out there that I need snowshoes, whole kit, and I'm like, fuck that, man. It ain't worth it. That's why you haven't seen me out ice fishing and shooting in the last little while, because the snow is just too deep. And then with the rain, with all the rain that we had like I think it was 3 centimeters of rain that came down over a weekend. It ran through the snow and then froze. So while you're walking out onto the ice, you're punching through into a big pool of water before you hit the ice, and it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant at all. There's no way to keep your feet warm like that. Oh yeah. Talking about web shooter? It's been a while since I've seen Jeff. Overhead may go down, but prices stay the same or go higher. Yeah, that's always the case, man. It's unfortunate. Actually, what we're seeing here in Canada now, you'd love this. We call it shrinkflation. So the prices are going up and the packages are all getting smaller. So we used to get these big blocks of cheese that were like, it was, a big, thick, nice piece of cheese, like 3/4 of an inch thick at like 4 inches wide and going down. And now they're like 3.5 inches by like 5/8 now instead of 3/4. They're getting smaller and smaller, and the prices are going up. The bacon, you used to get a pound of bacon for like, I'm talking like a 2023, 2022. You get a block of a pound of bacon for like $5, and now it's like $10. And they started slowly but surely adding in these 375s at like $6. So you're thinking, it's not so bad, 375 grams. Wait a minute, it used to be 500 grams. How come it's 375? And you think the price went down because if you don't really pay attention, you're just grabbing bacon and walking out. You got a price difference, but that's what they're doing everywhere. It sucks. All those goofy people that I work for wonder why I refuse to go to Quebec for the last 4 months. Yeah, I wonder why. And Quebec has its own problems too. I mean, the taxes here are ridiculous. Everything's super expensive. You got all the bullshit language laws, which are just crazy. It's not good. I feel kind of bad actually. I've been trying to get down to Laval, which is another city that's right beside Montreal, and I'm trying to meet up with one of my followers and bring him some elastic and whatnot. I don't have the time, man. It sucks. I don't have the time. I'm thinking maybe what I'll end up doing is just asking for his address and I'll mail it to him, but. It's like, man, I just don't have the time during the week. It's just crazy, and on a weekend, like say for example, if I was going to leave here and go down there to Laval and go meet up with him, I'm looking at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of travel time, just that. So that was a good hit. I really need to. Anyway, it's tough. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we'll see. Thanks, Trudeau. That guy. That guy that just won't go away. He won't go away, and neither will the rest of his clowns. It's crazy. And I don't want to get on that topic. Yeah, you're gonna see me turn green and smash shit. Yeah. But yeah, it's been an interesting go here in the last little while with all these the tariff threats and everything. And every time we get a tariff threat, all our prices go up right away. And it's just like fuck, every single time, dude. It's like, look, if you're gonna hit us with the tariffs, just fuck off and hit us with the tariffs. Just do it. Just do it. If you're not, then shut the fuck up. I don't care. I don't care. I understand why you're doing it. I totally get it. And you know what? I'm pretty convinced that at this point, all of this is just being done is to get rid of these globalist fucktards out of our government. And I'm sure of it. That's what I'm coming at. They can complain and use all this stuff about anything they want. I get it. But let me tell you, if you're gonna do it, do it. If you're not, you're not. I don't care. But just fucking pick something. Just pick something. That's all I want. Because I'm tired of fucking living my life like a fucking hermit and not being able to do shit because of the fucking asshole in a tie that I got running my country. And it's all his fault. We could say whose fault it is, blame whoever you want. I know all the Canadian people are here are blaming Trump for everything because of the fucking idiots that they see on the news. It's not the case. And anybody with half a brain realizes that it's been a clusterfuck here forever. But man, every time you threaten us with something, and then you pull it back, and then you threaten us with something, we keep getting screwed. Enough. Enough. Just do it. Or don't. But make up your fucking mind. You know, and working in the steel industry like I do, it's really going to affect us because we have plants in Canada, plants in the United States, and plants in Mexico. So it could be damaging. It could be really damaging to us. So if you're going to do it, do it. Get it over with. If you're not going to do it, don't do it. I don't care. But enough. From Canada, Manure. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with all this. But the sooner we get an election, the better. Because they're just lying as much as possible. And it sucks. You hear them talking about it, all the bullshit that's slinging on the news. It's just like, man, you guys just don't stop. And everyone knows they're bought and paid for it too, which sucks. Yeah. Like and subscribe and turn on notifications. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like and subscribe. Oh, shooting a little bit to the right with this one. On a brighter note, I just ordered a hoodie, Mark. Ah, dude. Thanks, Patrick. Which one did you get? Something like this? Different color? And turn on the bell notifications. The bell notifications are kind of hit and miss from what I understand. For all the people I follow on YouTube, the bell notifications are on. Nobody seems to... Same as what you got there. Ah, cool. Cool. I think you're gonna like it, Patrick. I really like my sweater, man. I'm really happy with it. And how fast they shipped it off and everything like that, it just blew my freaking mind. Like it's almost like they had a guy like, okay, get ready. Get ready. An order. Oh shit. Done. In the mail. It was like literally that fast. It was crazy. I don't even know how they did it so fast, really. It kind of blew my mind. I'm very happy with Spreadshirt. And I know I was talking to Deez about it. And Deez uses Spreadshirt as well. And he told me that he's very, very happy with them too. He's like, he has no complaints at all. So quality's good. Everything's better so far that I've seen. Compared to what I had with Spring, everything is better. Quality's better. The finish is better. The picture's better. It doesn't seem as plasticky. It's more like in the material, which is nice. I'm happy. Oh, yeah, there's another one. Did my last message come through or am I ignoring it? Maybe I missed it, bro. I'm going to go back and check it out. See what I saw or see what you said. Awesome, Nathan. That's the last one I got. Nine to 10 months out of the year. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I don't think it came through, bro. Randy, honestly, I don't think it came through. The last one I see from you here is Awesome Nathan. That's it. Knuckle busting brother in Christ. That's the one before that. And then red, white, spoken for. Red and white spoken for? What are you talking about? Oh, no, they're not spoken for. Those will be going up for raffle, bro. Is that the one you were talking about? The red and white? of shooting a little bit to the right with this one. I don't get it. Let's see if I can turn her in just a little bit. There we go. Huh, maybe I was over rotating. Colors go good together on that. Are you talking about the sweat or on the slingshot? This one looks pretty damn good too, I think. Yeah. I think now that I've done quite a bit of shooting on this one, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna finish this guy up a little bit, put like an ATO pin. I got a little damage from the router I gotta fix up there. But once that's fixed up, I'm gonna give this one a coating with and this one when I finish this one up, I'm gonna give this an ATO pin through the center, and I'm gonna put a what am I shooting this morning? Oh yeah, I'll finish this off first there. I'll probably just end up covering that guy with some crazy glue finish, you know, the CL finish. I'll give that I want to see how that one goes. I think it'll be pretty good. Or I'll test it out on this one first and then slap it on the buffing wheel. But I'm shooting this little arrow here, this little wooden micarta one. It'll be a great little a light clay shooter. I've got this guy here, the Raiden from Prime 4 Catapults. We've done a little bit of shooting with this one, very little today, but we'll pull that out in a second. I'm shooting this Avro, my trusty old Avro here, which I absolutely love. Probably my favorite frame at the moment. And then I was shooting another Avro, which was this one. This was kind of like a prototype. I've never worked with this material before, so I wanted to give it a try and see how it was going to work out. But so far, it's pretty cool. This is a marble carbon fiber, and it worked out all right. The material was a little bit tougher to work with, but it came out pretty nice. Yeah, shoots brilliantly. And I've been messing around with. These ones will never be clipped because the material is a little bit on the thick side. So these will be only wrap and tuck frames. But they shoot really nice. And I've got one other one here that is not a work in progress. This one's actually fucking deadly. This one is going to be going out to a customer very soon. This one here. It's going to be going up this week. I'm going to try one more thing just to get it to where I want it, to make sure I'm happy with it 100% before it goes out. But it's pretty nice. This one will be going up pretty soon. Yeah, and I'm planning on making some more of these. They're quite nice to make. They're less finicky, less trouble in a lot of ways, and it's an overall easier build for me to get done. Easier, less time, a lot of that stuff. So I think I'll be pumping out a few more of those rapid tuck fellas because they're a lot of fun to shoot. And I know there's a lot of guys out there that prefer. Telling you, there's a lot of guys out there that prefer clip frames, and that's cool. I'll still be doing those, but some of these rapid tuck fellas, they're just as deadly. Yeah, it's coming along, Randy. I mean, I was having a little bit of trouble when I was making these frames with the clipped ones. I think I finally got my system worked out now, where they're coming together nice and evenly. All my holes are even. All that stuff is good. I did have my little accident there. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I had actually, my finger's healed up quite good now. You can barely see anything. You got a little bit of a scar there, but it's healed up pretty good. But I was drilling was it Randy Cassidy? Fuck, I can't remember his name. I was drilling the holes for the clips, and while I was drilling the hole, I got all my 5mm holes done to hold my rib nuts, and now I wanted to countersink each rib nut. And as I was drilling the hole, the thing pulled up and it split the pieces together. The bottom part went flying across the shop, and the other one spun around and chopped my finger up pretty bad. And anyway, since then, instead of using a regular drill bit to countersink my holes, I'm now using an end mill, which which gives me a nice flat squared hole. And but I always have to clamp everything down. If I don't clamp it down, I'm not doing it anymore. It's too risky. So, but the fingers healed up pretty good. It doesn't work like it used to, unfortunately. So I probably damaged it as more than I thought I did, but it doesn't work as much as it used to, or as it did. I can when I'm trying to make a, like here, if I could show you this. See here, when I fold my finger in, I can actually make it touch. This one is as far as it goes. I can't get it to go anymore. It will not pinch right in. So I think I've done some ligament damage to it somehow. But yeah, enough to piss the guy off. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but the finger doesn't work as it used to. But it ain't that bad, I guess. I guess we'll put it that way. Yeah, I can still make frames. I can still shoot frames. I can still pick my nose. So if there's anything else besides that, I mean, there's not much of an issue, I'm assuming, right? And keep on going. But just got to be a little more careful while I'm working on things. Are you my dad? I don't know. Send me a picture of your mom. I'll let you know. Yeah, I'm kind of happy though. Like, I wish I had more time to be able to pump these things out because I find my quality is getting better and better with just about every build. And I'm realizing that there are some things that I need to work on, which is fine too. But we're getting there. So once I get a like a perfect template made. Then I'll be much more happy. I'll be able to follow things around perfect, get everything just like bang on, which is gonna be nice. But I'd spoken to one of the machine shops that I work with on a regular that I wanted to come out with, get a template done perfect as possible that I could use, and I was going to send it out to him and get some aluminum cores cut and some fiberglass templates cut, like about I don't know, maybe anywhere from 6 to 10 of them, maybe 15 even. And this way I'd be able to get some aluminum cores done for one, which would be nice, all laser cut perfect, and then go from there and start banging them out, I guess, which is kind of like my hope. I'm hoping to be able to get that done. Once that's all set up, ready to go, well, then I'll have my templates. Set up. I'll be able to pump out my Avros, and when you start throwing in a little bit of an aluminum core to that, you can really, really do some nice things, And I think having an Avro with a nice aluminum core on it might look pretty cool. Might look pretty cool having that silver shine out through the center. Would be a good summer shooting frame, which would be pretty nice. Oh yeah. Have you ever made brass or stainless core frame? Maybe I'm weird, but I like heavy frames. I have done. I had ordered a skeleton frame, a skeleton brass core, and that one went out to an owner. I believe it had a black liner with a jade front and back. It was pretty nice. But I would love to dabble in those and get those kind of cut and ready to go. It'd be pretty nice, I think. Is polycarb not a great building material? I always thought cool lines would look awesome behind some polycarb. Yeah, it would. I wouldn't actually mind. I wouldn't mind actually. Take it easy, Patrick. I wouldn't mind actually making a using like a plexiglass polycarbonate, whatever you want to call it, putting something like that as a core, having a see-through core with some liners on there. That would look pretty fucking cool. And you polish that up really, really clear, so it's almost like you can see right through it. I wouldn't mind making a frame like that, but I gotta get my templates perfect. Once my template's perfect, everything gets good. It'll speed everything up so much. Right now, I've got one that's pretty close, but while I'm going through it, I gotta make sure I take off just the right amount of stuff, trying to even it all out, and it's not easy. And even when I'm drilling the big hole, um, I use a 5/16 hole drill. And while I've got that set up, I'm using this little ruler that I have to measure out how many millimeters I want it from each side to make sure it's as even as possible. And it works pretty good. Like I'm not knocking it, but it's when it's not a perfect shape, there's a little bit of guesswork in there. I want to eliminate all that guesswork so we can get out some perfect frames. Looks like ice. Oh, that's so cool. You know what, Gary? It actually makes me kind of sad because I always thought as America as my cousins. They're I spent that as a kid. I spent a lot of time down there. We used to have a trailer down at a park in Rouse's Point in New York State, and I was there every single weekend from the time I was 5 till I think like 16 or something. And it kind of made me sad, with all this shit that's been going on. After the World Trade Center comes down, like we used to drive through the border down there, no passports, no nothing, and it was like, it was kind of like, I was going to visit family. Like we just drive through the border. We always saw the same people there, like, hey, how's it going, Bob, type thing, and zip, and we'd go. And on the way back out, do you have anything to declare? No, just a little bit of groceries, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And we're on our way back out, and it was just like doing a little pit stop. And slowly but surely, it's kind of, everything's changed, and a lot of that is our government's fault. Like if they want to talk about the relationships between our two countries. In a lot of ways, we've dropped the ball. Like you hear some things when they're talking about, oh, you're out of your hoggy, take it easy, bro. So it doesn't really affect me too much. I'm an American first, though. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that this has kind of gone this way. I don't know. I honestly feel like kind of like that bond that I had that I knew of growing up has been gone. Like we're. I wouldn't go as far. I wouldn't go as far as saying. I wouldn't go as far as saying that we were like the same country, but we were like pretty close in a lot of ways. It was kind of weird. It felt like I was crossing border into another province or something. It was kind of strange. The Canadian border security tend to be much more rude. Really? Yeah, it's weird. We had more problems coming back than we did going in. That was true. Yeah, but it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that this whole thing has gone the way it has. Um, anyway, it's just weird, I guess. I mean, security obviously to be bumped up. We see what's happened in Europe with the open borders through the European Union thing. It's a fucking disaster. People just freely go around everywhere they want, even though it's all different countries, which I don't think is a good thing. But I mean, going in and out of the border should be fine. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Security is important, but you got to make sure. I think in between Canada and the United States, I mean, they can argue details over who's got what going on and who's the security risk and all that shit, but it doesn't really make sense. In the end of it all, um, we should just make sure that our countries are secure. We should start vetting people that are coming in, and making sure it's a safe fucking to make sure our countries are safe. And in a lot of ways, it's not being done, and it sucks. And I know that all my American friends down there were going through the same kind of shit that we're going through right now. And with the Biden campaign and all that stuff, they've had a whole bunch of wacky shit been going on over there, which kind of sucks. And nothing's really gotten. I mean, things are going to get better now, I think, but we're still going to have all this screaming and crying from one side. But it's time for some fucking common sense, man. Do I have Riz? Ask your mom. All I can say is vote. Oh, 100%. Actually, here, I'll show you something. And I know this is going to piss some people off in my family, and I don't give a fuck. But my friend, I'm part of the fan club. I'm also a donor. And let me tell you, I'm 100% pure Polyev all the way. 100%. And I hope that he does win and set some things up. I know things are going to change in a lot of ways. But that's the way things are going to go. And hopefully it works out. Okay, Randy, I'll check it out a little bit later. Take it easy, John. And we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. But the way things have been going, it's just been a giant clusterfuck here. Life is getting harder and harder for everyone else. So if that's the case, I don't believe that our government's doing the right job or a good job or any kind of job, really. I think they're just doing that to embezzle money, which is pretty much the same thing that the Biden campaign and the Biden thing has been doing this whole time, too. I'm in the USA. Who is this person that I speak of? I'm speaking of Pierre Poilievre, who is the leader of the official opposition in Canada and is running for Prime Minister. It's who I am talking about, and he is a legend, and I think he'll be great for this country. As for the gang that you guys previously had in office, I think the corruption is being found out. The more and more they start digging, and once they start doing that here in Canada, it's the same thing. But it's unfortunate that all these politicians seem to get away with all this freaking fraud and embezzlement, and they just seem to get away with it all the time, and nothing ever happens to them. And I would really love to see bald dick. Oh, man. Well, your mom didn't seem to matter when I was pulling my nuts out of her ass, did she, eh? I'll see you later. Tell your mom bald dick says hi. Hey, Mark, is Andrew active on Instagram? Because I sent him a message that if it would be possible to get a template for one of his frames, but he hasn't responded. Or does he not give out his template? Well, man, it's very possible he doesn't give out his templates. It's very possible. I personally probably wouldn't do it myself, especially for people who are planning on, building and selling. So I don't know. It really depends on Andrew. You could send him a message, see what he says. But yeah. Pray for your country. So much bullshit. Yeah, dude, it sucks, bro. It sucks, man. It shouldn't be like this, man. It shouldn't. When Poilievre was talking about the all the natural resources that we have here, being number 3 in oil, being number 5 in natural gas, and all this stuff, and our government's so concerned about carbon and all this stuff, and I get it. We have to worry about the environment. I get it. But on the same side, if we would have taken those when we were approached by Japan and by Germany for natural gas, if we would have taken those offers and created an LNG plant and sold them, we'd be making trillions of dollars a year here. And on top of all that, we would have cut carbon by like 50% from those countries, but they decided not to do it. And we don't see any reason for it and whatever. And it sucks. I would vote, but I probably have to live in Canada at some point. I lived with my grandparents for a few months when I was finishing high school, but it probably doesn't count. I could use their address. Oh, maybe. But I don't think like the polls right now at this point are saying that there's a ton of people uh that were almost even Steven with the liberals, which is not the case. It's all propaganda bullshit. They're trying to make it seem like they have a choice, and they're going that way. Even with this new Mark Carney character, it's an absolute disaster. This guy's a fucking weirdo, man. Marco Mendocino's office was near to where I was finishing school. That guy's a special cat, boy. My goodness. I don't even know how that dude wakes up in the morning and fucking could look in a mirror. He's something else. I'm going to go reload. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. we all we are all to suffer fuckonomics. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm hoping things will change. We'll get all our borders all back in order, and everything's going to be better, and and safer for all future generations of both of our countries. But it's you know, I mean, it is what it is. I remember driving by his office, and there was a bunch of Afghanis protesting for visas. Yeah, and they're just going to give it to them all the time. And it's funny because he's been our buddy Trudeau and the fuck's his name? Can't remember our immigration minister's name, but they're talking about bringing in 100,000 Palestinians, and I've got no issue with Palestinians, but don't bring your shit here. I got no patience for that shit. Don't bring your shit here. If you want to come and live a better life, a free life, a peaceful life, come here. If you're not, then stay the fuck where you are. And he was or Trudeau was talking about him being a Zionist, but depending on who he's talking to, he always winds up being that group. So if he's talking to Indians, he's a Buddhist or whatever. If he's talking to Native, he's Native. If he's talking to Jewish people, he's a Jew. If he's talking to whoever, no matter who he's talking about, he's always that group. He's such full of shit, this guy. But after all of this, he said that, and then he started getting threats from Palestinian groups and all this stuff. So it's kind of like, fuck, dude. Like, I don't know what to say with this guy anymore. There's just not a genuine thing that comes out of his mouth. It's always lies. It's just crazy. They protest near my grandparents' house. They purposely go to Jewish areas. A school was shot up 3 times. Yeah, and they do nothing about it. That's the crazy thing. That's how Texans feel about California. I know. Hey, Mark, any tips on what tools to use to shape all the carbon slingshots, like the contours where you hold the brace grip, like carving indents? You know what? I've done that a few times on my thing, and I used a Dremel, and I just took I drew, like, let's say on my fork here, I drew like little cutouts, and I slowly but surely kind of grounded them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I used that line up, like the line that I drew up here, with a layer down here, and I put like a little line where I wanted to stop, and I kind of ground them out with a Dremel. That's all I've done so far. I kind of stay away from that because I don't know, it's crazy. The Toronto police are a joke. Yes, they are. So police are a joke everywhere now. It's crazy. Oh, by the way, I stumbled on your account. What exactly do I do? I'm well, apparently I build and I shoot slingshots on my account. But today we seem to do a lot of talk about politics, which is funny. But yeah, a lot of bitching's happening today. So it's usually not this dark and pissy, to be honest. But yeah, so I usually talk and shoot slingshots. I do slingshots while camping, ice fishing. fishing, that kind of stuff. It's more outdoor based, I guess, but it's slingshot heavy. So I do a lot of shooting, some trick shot stuff. I guess information techniques, all that kind of stuff to help people get their get their skill level up, and we talk all kinds of stuff. But that's pretty much it. My politics has a bigger chance of me subscribing than the slingshots. Well, I know shit happens. I mean, I do when I do these Sunday morning coffees with ATO. We come out here, we have some coffees, and we talk about all things on deck. So, uh, yeah, that's what we do on the lives. Yep. No topic really is out of the question unless the only thing I stay away from is the I do, or I that I don't find acceptable on my channel is any kind of racist talk or anything like that. Anything along those lines. It's kind of like an instant you're out of here. But for the most part, anything goes. If you did a politics channel, people would love it. You're so well spoken and down to earth. I think it would be a hit. Yeah, maybe it would. Maybe it would. I should do a little segment, deep thoughts with ATO. We'll get on there and we'll just talk about shit that's going on in the news. Politics of a country from real people is always much more accurate than propaganda on the news. Oh yeah, 100%, dude. And the worst thing is though, is I find the more I get into this, the more upset I get. I get angry, and like I've had a bunch of people say, "Oh man, wouldn't it be cool if you became the 51st state and all that stuff?" And I'm like, you know what? In a lot of ways, yeah, it would. But I'm also a patriot, and all of you guys down in the United States would understand where I'm coming from. If somebody was coming up to you and saying, "Hey, wouldn't it be great if your country just fucking disappeared and you became one of us?" And in a lot of ways, it would be cool. I love the United States. I think it's a great place. I think the people are awesome. I think the government's kind of cool. I mean, there's some things that I prefer that we do here in Canada than we do down there, but I want to be Canadian. I'm a Canadian. You know, that's it. And I miss the time from when I was young, like I was mentioning before, where Canada and the United States were like cousins. We freely crossed each other's borders. Everything was safe and cool. The bullshit that was going on today didn't exist back then. It was awesome. Oh, mountain bike, fucking you, fucking dickhead. You know what? Go fuck yourself. I know you don't want Canada. I don't want you either. Say hi to your mom for me. She loves a big dick in her mouth. See you later. Bye. Boom. From Canada. Fuck yourself. I'm just worried that Carney will take some votes from the Conservatives, but but you have said it's fake news. Yeah, the guy keeps on getting caught lying. It's like over and over and over again. But because all of our Canadian news outlets are are full of shit, and they're bought and paid for by the Liberal Party, which is well known. Um, they're not reporting on it. So social media is going batshit, and everyone's talking about it. And slowly but surely, it's taking care of it. Off topic. Thank you, Vomit. Appreciate itself. Cast yourself a lead mini gong. Set it in an 8mm cup. Hooks for hanging and 10mm thick. Great new target. Oh, sweet. And yeah, realistically, we don't want Canada to join us. We like our gun rights here in the NDP. Literally sucks. We have enough left this year as it is. Yeah, and no joke, dude. The NDP, they tried to make it call. They've changed their thing because they're the New Democrats, but really they're a socialist party. 100% they are. And the Liberals used to be, if we go back say 20 years ago, our Liberal Party here used to be kind of center, and now they've gone even more socialist than the NDP, which is kind of crazy. If I wasn't Canadian as well, I might have a different opinion, but I have two citizenships. Yeah. Hazik, what's up? Yeah, that would be a cool thing to check out. A little mini gong. Have put them a pilot hole in your template for a big hole. Center every time. Yeah, that's the plan, Gary. That is the plan. I want to have the hole cut in the template as well. Anyway, I'm going to be working on that again today. I have a couple of them that I had kind of printed out, but it's kind of tough. Oh yeah, that's 100% CL4. That is the problem. Is right now we have the Liberals are in a minority government, but they're being backed by the NDP 100%. And whenever Singh thinks he can take a step up on the Liberals, he tries to say that he's not gonna support them, and then he turns right around and supports them and screws everybody over. And there's a big concern that he's going to do that again for this election and push it back to October. And every time Trump puts one of these threats of these tariffs, the liberals immediately start talking about putting the election back to 2026. Um, and if we go another year with them, they're just going to keep on doing damage. Like they just banned another 200 guns again, and they're planning on seizing all these guns and sending them to fucking Ukraine of all places. It's just like, man, enough is enough. Enough is enough. No worries, dude. I'm in Canada, Southeast Asia. I can't tell. It's all about the maple leaf, bro. See that? Canada. Yeah. I'll tell you what though, those at the little that little ball that on the string that Cool Hand Luke sent me here, it takes a freaking beating. It's kind of like a softer material than the squirrel balls from Omega Slings, but those things take a good beating too. The only difference I would say probably between the two of them is it doesn't fly around as much as the one from Omega Slings, even though that one is a great slingshot, and I actually like the reaction of it where it really flops around all over the place. It's kind of cool. It's got that little extra weight, so when you hit it, it really starts whipping around. This one is a little bit lighter, so it settles down much quicker, which is kind of nice. Go Leafs, go! Oh, bro, come on now, come on now. I think it's been like 100 years since Leaf won a Stanley Cup. Go Leafs, go, bro! You're gonna have to send me. You're gonna have to send me a picture of yourself. I have a young kid here, and he was having a hard time sleeping, and he was telling me about monsters and all this. He keeps on seeing monsters in his room. Like, dude, monsters don't exist. And then every now and then I tell him about a Leafs fan, and he just won't believe it that there's such a thing. Yeah, he just won't believe it. What taper am I using? This is a 22 to 14. 1967. Yeah. Well, I'm 49 years old and I wasn't alive the last time the Leafs won the Stanley Cup. My mom owned the Leafs for a day and got to skate with the players. Oh, cool. She has legendary stories of meeting Gretzky in the locker room. Oh, wow, that's awesome. My mom wasn't alive either. Oh man, that's funny. Oh man. Oh, that's funny. I was a little high on that one. So close. For my first build, should I go for clips or wrap and tuck? I would say wrap and tuck, Ziggy. Wrap and tuck's easier. I just said the taper, it's 22 to 14. You literally asked right after I said it. Oh yeah, telling you. Huge fan, nonetheless. Yeah, that's fine. You know what? When it comes to NFL, I'm a New York Jets fan. It's almost embarrassing to say that, but you know, it is what it is. The first one of the first games that I ever watched was a of NFL was the New York Jets playing, and it was I just fell in love with the team. It was just crazy. I wore a Curtis Martin T-shirt for or jersey for years, and anyway, I was always a fan. I was always a fan for many, many years. I guess from the '80s all the way up until recently, and I just got fed up of watching them fucking lose. So I said pretty much stopped watching football. Now I'm pretty much an all combat sports guy. I'm going to head out, going to watch the cricket finals. Nice, have a good time, man. My dad is to no Super Bowl since 1969. I know, it's crazy. Also, before I was born. So you see, my parents are fans of the two teams who don't win. I'm from New York, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it is what it is, man. You know, go Jets, go. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, the last few years where we had some decent years when Rex Ryan was coach, but I don't know. I can't. I just can't. I can't do it anymore. You know, it's kind of like it's kind of like growing up in the ghetto. I would go into the fridge. This is how you explain the Jets to a T. It's like living in the ghetto, and you go into the fridge, and you want to have a bowl of cereal. You reach inside the fridge, and you got some milk, but you got no cereal. Fuck. All right, let's have some hot dogs. All right, so you reach into the fridge again. You got a hot dog, but no bun. Fuck. All right, can't have that. So let's try one other thing. Let's see what we can eat today. You know what we're gonna have? We're gonna have a bowl of spaghetti. Well, you got fucking pasta and no sauce. This is the case with the Jets. Every year, they either have a good defense, or they have a good offense, or they're really broke as fuck that year and they got nothing. And that's always the case. And if you ever want to win a Super Bowl, you gotta have the spaghetti, the sauce, and the garlic bread, if you know what I mean. But here we are. Root for Buffalo? No, I can't do Buffalo, man. Just bought 2 meters of precise apple, 0.4, 8 millimeter, nice and zippy. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. That's it. I got to describe your vibe. Thanks, CL4. Appreciate you, man. Mind you don't know I care about slingshots at all. Hey, it don't matter, man. We're out here just chatting with everybody, having a good time. Vomit is my favorite love. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much how these lives go. We come out here, do some shooting, do some chatting. And the chat doesn't always stick to the genre, but who cares, right? Oh yeah. Hey, you know what I noticed, guys? We reached the 2 hour mark and it didn't reset this time. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Vomit. I tried those. I tried those precise apple greens. They're pretty nice, man. They're pretty nice. For short draw, they're probably. I mean, I could probably mess with my taper a little bit to get enough zip out of them, but they're pretty good. They're pretty decent elastic. Oh, yeah. I'll bring you on down there and I'll show you the target I'm shooting at here today. Oh, I just missed that one. We're gonna hit it one more time. See if we can. That'll bring you on down there and show you what's in the catch box. All right, this is the one. Now this is the one. I was just joking on the last one. There we go. Beat the fucking shit out of that one. All right, here we go. Let's go take a look. So, get this thing out of the way here. Yeah. So, this is the target for today. It's a little bit smaller than my thumbnail. And we've been smashing the shit out of it with my Ivro. It's been fun. Yeah, that little hanging yellow ball. It's a lot of fun to shoot. It's fun to shoot. It's really, really tiny. So you really got to get your release clean and keep that forehand nice and sturdy. Do I have a Facebook page? Yes, I do, Will. It's called ATO Mark, I believe, my Facebook page. If anybody can confirm that, I don't know. You got to have good aim for that. Yeah, and you know what? CL4 usually, I mean, right now I'm only at around 8 meters, but usually I shoot that thing from around 10. My garage is a little bit short for since the backyard's such a disaster. Yeah, that little ball is pretty fun, and I'm hitting it about 40% today. It's not really I haven't shot in a couple of weeks, and I'm feeling a little bit out of sorts today. But we've hit it about 40% today, which is pretty nice, considering it's slightly bigger than my ammo, right? Oh, there it is again. Smashed the shit out of it. It was great. Yeah, Sniper Sling is great too. I only tried the yellow though. Oh, Randy, the Sniper Sling. Actually, I had a frame set up with the Sniper Sling. Do I have it on me today? I've got the Sniper Sling .4. No, I don't have it on me. I have Sniper Sling .4. Really light, very zippy, and for 8mm steel balls, it's fantastic. How do I aim a slingshot without sights? Well, it's kind of tricky. It does have a sight, so. If you're shooting a gun or a bow, for example, on a bow, you have your anchor point, which is kind of like your back sight when you're looking through your peephole. And then when you're looking through the front of your bow, like on a compound, you have your little pins coming out. I use my fork tip as that. So I always anchor. You'll see when I'm out here shooting, when I'm sitting back here shooting, I've always got my thumb placed directly under my cheekbone, and I curve it up to match the angle of my fork. So while I'm aiming down my bands, and I'm looking down, all I see is one band. So it's like one straight line stacked on top of each other. And I know if I'm aiming with it here, off my fork tip, which is 90mm, which kind of suits my anchor point. When I'm aiming at something at 8 meters, I have to shoot slightly below the target to make sure that I'm hitting it. At 10 meters, I'm right on the target. And that's how I shoot it. With a gun, it's kind of the same thing. When you're looking down your gun, you've got your sight at the back end, and you got your front pin in the front. And while you're looking down there, you're making sure everything is even and squared out. So your top of your, so if you've got your back sight, it looks like a little V, and then your front sight, to make sure everything is even, you want them to be parallel at the top. And from left to right, you want them to be perfectly even down the sight. So while you're shooting down there, everything kind of works out the same thing, but you're looking at it from this way, if that makes any sense. Same kind of thing, but we're just doing it with a slingshot. Where all the variation comes from is how soft or how gentle you release that pouch. The smoother the release is, the more straight and true your ball is going to fly. So that's where most of the skill level that everyone should be developing to shoot a slingshot is with your fingers. What was it again? I have bad hearing. What did I miss, Will? Sorry, buddy. Apple Green is .45, is pretty close to Sniper Sling, in my opinion. Not quite as fast, but more consistent. Oh, interesting. Clint Eastwood is slingshot shooting. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for the explanation. Yeah, that's pretty much how I do it, dude. I've got a lot of little videos here trying to get people locked in on how to become more accurate and stuff. It's kind of fun. It takes a shitload of practice. Yes, it does. Hey, just wondering when RuneScape streams are coming. Thanks. I don't know what even that. I don't even know what that is, Mr. Bliss or Ibis. Sorry, bud. Yeah, but that's pretty much what we're going to be doing this summer. I'm going to have a surprise for you guys. You're going to be seeing it. We're going to be busting out the boat this year, and we'll see how everything goes. If everything works out the way I'd like to, we may be coming home for some din-din. We'll be doing some catch and cooks, maybe. We'll see. We will see. Yes. Is this the weekly thing or like spontaneous? I do this. This is actually like a series thing that had been going on for, I don't know, guys, how long? It must be 6 months, maybe. I call it Sunday morning coffee with ATO. We do it every friggin' week, every single Sunday. I come on here and we do a little sling and chat about all kinds of things, and have a little bit of fun. Hit the like button, folks. Yes, sir, Randy. Weekly on Sundays. Yep, and it's always around the same time. I'll come out here. It's usually in between 7 and 9. I'll go live. Today, I think I was a little bit late, but I woke up feeling like I got run over by a steamroller. So it took me some time to get the old mouth brain connection working, so I wasn't like a mumbling idiot. But anyway, here we are. A little bit off on that one. It's called ATO Mark, my Facebook page. Yeah, ATO Mark. Good morning, SA. What's up, James? Oh yeah. Yeah, this is it's a lot of fun. I think today when I'm done here, I'll have I got some got a little bit of chicken thawing out on the counter, and I'll cook up some lunch, and I'll try to come in here and get some of those frames worked on. At least the wrap and tuck ones. Hopefully I can get some of those done, set up and ready to go. The good thing about the wrap and tuck ones is once I get them all shaped out on the router, it's usually pretty quick for the sanding I can do. And we'll see. As for the green one that I got finished there, I'll see if Shades is happy enough with it. If not, I'll get a little bit more sanding done on it and a leather polish, and I'll tape it all up and see if we can get that as clean as possible. And that'll be good. I mean, outdoor catch and cook sound cool, so I'll enjoy some of the content. Who knows? Maybe I'll like slingshots. I'm just a curious person, so it doesn't hurt. It's a lot of fun, dude. Like, no joke. I've only been shooting since around, I don't know, what year was it the pandemic started, really? I got my first flat band slingshot that I had shot ever, pretty much. Or that I ever shot ever was in 2018, just because I wanted to show my son what a slingshot was. He had no idea. And I was still thinking of those wrist rockets you would buy at Canadian Tire, you know, the big arm brace on them, and they were like wire tubes with these big rubber tubes. And I started shooting in I guess that was I got my first flat band slingshot when I was showing them on YouTube what slingshots were. And slowly but surely, I'm like, oh fuck, this looks cool. So I ordered one. I figured it would be fun for me and my son. He was really young at the time. It would be fun to shoot out. And we made like a little catch box in the backyard. We were shooting these tin cans. And I found it a lot of fun, but I didn't know what to do. And once my bands broke, I put that thing away until next year. And the pandemic hit. And when the pandemic hit, I was like, fuck, we're going to be stuck in the house doing nothing. I got to get outside. I can't stay in the house all the time. I'll go fucking crazy. So I picked up a couple of slingshots, and we were shooting in the backyard. And I fell in love with it. It was just so much fun. So it's slowly but surely been going crazy. 2019. Yeah, 2019 is pretty much where I started going. So I'm yeah, almost 6 years now. It's crazy how fast time flew. Seeing those bands, yeah, nostalgia. Yeah, dude, yeah, you remember back in the day shooting the in my earlier videos, I was shooting .66 and .62 GZK green or orange when I first started. Yeah, and slowly but surely, my skill level has gotten up. And but I was shooting quite good for quite a while. I was shooting quite good for quite a while. Like hitting a can was getting pretty easy for me, and that was maybe a weekend, maybe. We were cutting cans and all that stuff, and I just had a good approach with it because as a kid, I was shooting firearms when I was young, and then I transitioned to bow, and from going from bow to slingshots, because there's not many places out here I can shoot a bow. Unfortunately, they're very you need to go to a club, and the club was too packed, and that's it. So I slowly made a transition over to slingshots, and man, it's so much fun. I've got a couple of cool trick shots too, cutting playing cards in half and shooting lighters, making lighters explode. It's a lot of fun. And I loved it. Yeah. Fell in freaking love with it. Were the orange anti-cold? No, the orange were just straight up shots, but straight up bands. But when you go and check on the GZK website, all of his bands were considered anti-cold, and rightfully so. I mean, they were pretty good down to a good temperature. Like there was precise and Sunki, not good in the cold. I know for a long draw shooters, you would notice you would notice much less. But for a short draw shooters, you really saw a big dip in speed. And yeah, anyway, yeah, the old days with the GZK orange. I actually still have like a half roll of GZK orange .5, and they're a lot of fun to shoot, man. You know, they're still a very good elastic. The green was absolute trash. You'd pull it back, and sometimes it would shoot, sometimes it would snap and hit you in the face. But the speed on them were savage. You could feel it through the screen, man. It got me hooked. Yeah, it was good. I gotta go fix my target. I hit it and it flipped up on top of the catch box. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Come on down there, big boy. There we go. We're back. Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting. You know, I was hoping for a good fishing season this year though, and when I'm out on the ice, it's a lot of fun because I can go in there, drill up my hole, set up my fish traps, and then I set up a target and just start shooting, having some fun. And I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to do that all winter long, so I can get outside, do some shooting, catch some fish, make it super exciting for everybody, and have some fun. You know, when you pull a 50-inch muskie out of the river, you know, that always, even if you're not into that kind of thing, people are just like, holy fuck, you know, everyone gets excited to see it. So I was kind of hoping we could have more days like we did earlier on in that last live where my son caught that 45 incher, that 45-inch muskie live on YouTube. That would have been freaking cool if we could have done that, but didn't work out. I just broke my target. Damn. I'll be right back. All right, we're back with a Spanky Monkey. We'll go with that one for a little while now. How are you today? I'm doing great. Called Carfire. How you doing, buddy? Precise point 7 orange. I thought yellow. Got chewing gummy in the cold. Yeah, it did, eh? See, that was the issue I had with precise bands. Is I found when it started getting cold, it was like shooting a wet noodle. It just didn't have any zip anymore. All the zip it had when it was like 15 degrees or plus was great. But when you start getting lower, it just started to drop off real quick. There we go. Got the tiny flipper back up on there. We're all sitting on the sofas in ATO's garage chilling. Yeah, it's kind of funny, eh? Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm hoping that once everything kind of settles up with winter and I don't have to worry about it. I got a couple of trips I got to take to the dump because I've got a whole bunch of tires here that I got to get rid of that we don't need anymore. An old rim for my Volkswagen when my rim blew up on my car. And I went fucking psycho and I drove like 3 kilometers on a rim and everyone was honking at me telling me to stop. And I'm like, fuck you, I'm going home. I've had enough of this shit. Yeah, note to self, don't ever buy Chinese tires. They're garbage. Anyway, once that's done, I got a few other things we got to place, get things done. But I'm going to do a huge purge in here, clean this up, get my workshop going. And once I got that, I'm going to pick up another one of these little foldable tables and get some other stuff set up. Probably... I don't quite know where I'm going to do it yet, but I'm thinking about maybe actually setting it up over there in a corner. I've got a couple of big old racks that are in there that I want to get out or just move them over here maybe, and then get another table down there, and I could set up my drill press, my table with my other stuff on there. I find cutting anything up here, it's a little bit too high. This one's kind of a little low. I wouldn't mind it a little higher, but it's good for the sander. So once I get all this figured out of where I'm going to put things, I got to make sure it's going to be okay because in wintertime, all the patio furniture comes in here. So I got to figure all that out. But once I get that figured out, I'll be able to shoot from corner to corner down there, and it'll be slightly longer distance. So it might be worth it to do that. But I got a lot of work I got to do in here. Well, nice meeting you virtually. I'll try to catch up on Sunday Lives. I'll check out some videos too. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks, buddy. Good meeting you, bro. Take it easy. Short draw, by the way. I'm sitting in my car. Yeah, it's kind of funny, dude. You know, one time, car fire, I was actually watching a live. My buddies, Chuck Castile and Mikey, were live on YouTube doing one of these things like me. And I was going through a car wash watching it while I was going through. It was kind of funny. Oh, you got the ATO mug? That's cool, man. I usually bring mine out with me today, but it's in the dishwasher. One of my family members picked it up. It's pretty cool. I think I got 2 models. I got the retro model set up with the maple leaf only, and I've got the new logo like this one that we've been going for almost a year now, I think. Oh, did you see that flinch? Ooh, that was terrible, but I didn't let go. I held on to it, and I still made a hit. That was sweet. Target panic. Got to get control of that shit. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to getting out with my compound bow this year. Hopefully, bring home some din. Got pick up my turkey season will be in spring for the first season, and then we got turkey season, and then we got small game that'll open up, which will be sweet later on. But we got a spring turkey season and a spring bear season, so we'll see what happens. Might be pretty cool. Yeah, and you know what the cool thing is too, man, with the new product line, the shipping is extremely fast. I was so happy with it, the way it turned out. Oh man, I think it's freaking awesome. Those little spanky monkey targets, by the way, guys. If you don't have one of them, pick one up. They take an absolute ass whooping. We're shooting pretty hot bands at that tiny little target. And I've hit that thing, that one little Spanky Monkey target that's in there. I've hit that thing probably somewhere around 400 times now, maybe more, and it's hanging in there like a champ. It's definitely got some wear on it, though. I'll tell you that, but it's hanging in there. You bought everything except my sticker. Oh, cool. Not a big fan of stickers. That's all right. No big deal. Yeah, that little Spanky Monkey target sounds good. And when you put them hitting it, it's got a good little crack to it, and it's that was a miss. Don't even know what happened there. My anchor felt a little bit weird. I think I was a little bit too forward. Let's see if we can fix that up. There you go. That feels better. I know you heard that. Yeah, but you see that? It's kind of weird because usually I anchor here, and I think that time I anchored just a little bit in front. When I anchored a little bit in front, I shot to the right. So basically what's happening there is instead of my bands being like this, the bands were just like that, a little bit touching that. So when they came over the top, it shot off to the right. I'm not a big fan of stickers. That sounds good. Yeah, that last little crack was pretty sweet. How long have we been at it for? Two and a half hours? There we go. Never heard nothing? It sounded really loud in here, man. I don't know. It's because I don't have my mic on me. This little stand that I'm using here is a little bit different than the old one. This one's more for a tablet. It holds the phone really good, but I had that the one that holds your phone from the sides. I had that one. I used to plug in my mic from the bottom, and the sound was incredible. It pick up everything. But the mic on the phone is not that great. But when I went ice fishing, I came back and I had the little tripod. I had the little tripod set up with the little springy thing for the phone, and it seems to have disappeared. I thought I had it in my sled, but I might have actually left it out on the ice accidentally, or it fell out of my sled while I was walking back. Hopefully, it turns up. Yeah, hopefully it turns up. Paid 101.73 total. Holy smokes! Is that shipping included too, Carfire? I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I appreciate you, Mark. Have a good Sunday. Hey, you take care, Randy. Always good to hear from you, bro. You're the freaking man, Randy. Thanks for stopping in. Hope to catch you next week. If you're not working. Let's see. A little high on the anchor. Shot a little low. We've got quite a few shots through the frame today, so we're the anchor point starting to feel a little funny. There we go. We got it that time. There we go. Feels good to be shooting, man. Nothing beats it. In summertime this year, I'm hoping to get myself one of those collapsible gazebos, so I can actually get out in the backyard, keep the sun off my head, and shoot at the old spin trap. Have a little bit of fun that way, and not get all sunburnt and bug eaten and all that stuff. I can get the one with the walls on it and get one of those thermocells in there to keep the bugs off me too, which will be nice. I also subbed to your channel. Thanks, Carfire. Appreciate you, man. And all the support. I really, really do. John, what's happening? Hello, friends. How are you? We're doing good, bud. What's up? Oh, yeah. So hopefully today at some point I'll be able to get a little bit more work done in here. Oof, barely caught that one. Get a little bit more work done in here and get some of these slingshots kind of close to the finish point. We're gonna send that nice green one off to my boy Shades. He should be very happy with that, I think. I don't think I'm going to trust the post with that one going into the UK. I'd much rather send it by my UPS or something. It would be pretty cool. And we'll go from there. Hopefully they don't get him too much of customs on the way in. Oh, yeah. Tell me that Spanky Monkey's looking a little gnarly. Might have to get a new one soon. It's taking some beats. Hey, you too, Jen Jun. Thanks for stopping in, man. I was there for 5 seconds and I already like you, but all your merch and subscribed already. Oh man, you're the freaking man, Carfire. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the support. It really does help. Oh yeah. It'll be much better when we're able to get outside and get the barbecue going and have a. I used to do this series before my pellet grill shit the bed. I used to do this thing called the Grill and Slinger. We'd get a nice chunk of meat of some kind. I'd put it on the pellet grill. We'd smoke it while we're out here doing some shooting. And they're all shorts. But I was thinking about doing a couple of those videos. You know, maybe doing a Grill and Slinger live might be fun. And do that kind of thing. We could talk about the meat that we're using and the recipe that we're cooking. And then once we're done shooting and cooking, we can actually eat something pretty sweet. Would have been a fun live to do. Yeah, kicking that thing's ass. Do I ever get numb fingertip, like from pinching here and having it get numb on the fingertip? I used to in the beginning. It doesn't happen anymore. It used to. I don't seem to get it anymore. That's why in the beginning, when you look at my beginning videos, I was shooting pretty much exclusively. I started off with a regular pouch, and that's where I was getting it all the time from pinching it between my finger and my thumb in there. And I was getting it because I'd followed that rule of not holding in front of the ball. I was holding on the ball. So it put a lot of pressure on with a regular pouch. But part of the release issue is as you're shooting for a while, I did make a transition to pit locating pouches then because the pouches hold more flat and there's more of a surface area for your fingers, so it doesn't put too much pressure on your finger. You don't feel that little ball poking in there and messing with your nerve. But as I was shooting those, I slowly started transitioning into leather pouches. I shot leather pouches for a while, and then slowly but surely, I really learned how to adjust my weight of my fingers. So I'm not really pinching the shit out of it anymore. I'm pretty much hold it just enough for it to stay in my hand. And the only way to get there is by, thousands of repetitions, getting into there and working on it. But eventually you will find that slowly but surely you'll start gripping it less, and a lot of those problems will go away. Now I don't get it at all. I found the right pouch now. Things cool. The GZK Pitties was the rough. Yeah, you see, that's where I went though. I went with the GZK pit locating pouches, and I really like them. But if you grip them too hard, those little fins that he slices into them would kind of dig into your finger and mess with your finger a little bit. But as you get more used to shooting and you realize that you don't really need to hold on to that pouch as hard, it'll start cleaning up your release, and your release will get better and better, and you'll have much less finger problems from holding on to that pouch, and everything smooths out. You'll also see a big increase in your a gentle pitch shooting technique. Exactly. I believe it was Linder Sucks. He did a great video on this. He took a quarter and he put it down on a blanket or something, or a carpet. And he held a quarter in between his fingers like this and pinched it. And as he was trying to let go, if he pinched it really hard and tried to let it go, the quarter would fall, and it would just fall randomly all over the place. When you very lightly hold that quarter in your finger and you just open your fingers enough for it to slip out, it would fall straight down and hit the other quarter on the thing, and that on the floor. Now that would be a very good thing to practice on, just working on your release, because you don't want to release like this. You want to release this like this. Just open those fingers up slightly so the thing slips in between your fingers. And the good thing is for those of people who have a bit of a habit of holding in front of the ball, when you slowly open your fingers, you see how that ball, I'll see if I can get a better angle on it. So if you slowly open up, I'm going to have a little bit of tension, please don't frame hit, and you open up your fingers slowly, that ball will slip out nice and straight and even. If you really, really pull on it and you go like this, you don't know where that ball's going. You have no idea. So it's gentle shot shooting technique. But when you're working on your release, that's probably one of the key things. Is try to remember, yes, pulling it back, you want to hold on to it good. Hold on to it good. Once you get into position, start to slowly release the pressure. And when you feel it's like it's close, then start letting them rip. But gently let it out. And that'll get you there. That'll definitely get you there, and you'll see your aim really, your groups really start to tighten up, smaller and smaller and smaller. But if you ever really want to challenge that theory that I just dropped on there, try that quarter trick that Linder Sucks did on his channel. Give it a good grip, try to release it. Give it a good grip, try to release it, and see if you can get it to land there. You may get some, but if you're gonna drop it, say 5 times from a foot high and try to get it to land there, and you're gonna see it's gonna be a problem. Stand right over it, look down, aim it, see how it looks, and then hold it gently, and just enough to keep it in your fingers, and slowly open up your fingers so it drops straight down. You're gonna see it's gonna be much better. Same thing applies to shooting a bow, and same thing applies to shooting a slingshot. .2618, 0.66 GZK green, 9.5 millimeters, squirrel smasher setup, but needs firm grip. Yeah, these days, these light setups, with the light setups, it's silky. Yeah, it is. But the good thing about these lighter setups is, for example, with 8mm steel, I'm getting about 305, 306 feet per second with 8mm steel, and man, that's pretty fucking quick. Like I'm ripping it through 2 sides of a tin can, not an aluminum can, not one of those soda cans. This is like a big soup can, going in through one side, out through the other, no problem. So I'm not advocating for hunting with 8mm steel. Definitely not with squirrels, but for rabbits, this will go right in there and shake around that little skull and take care of anything you want to shoot at. That's for damn sure. Rabbits are kind of fragile. Squirrels are much tougher. But with good shot placement, hitting anywhere that eye region, ears, you're pretty much good to go. As long as you're not shooting 30 yards out, within 15 yards, I think you're pretty much good to go. Whew. Gotta go. See you later. Take it easy, Carfire. Thanks for stopping in, bro. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go heavy again. 8mm steel, light bands, nice. Yeah, it is nice. It's more pleasurable. Like I find I find when I'm outside shooting the 8 mil steel with a lighter band setup, like my .45 here, for target shooting in the backyard, it's plenty. Now, if you're learning, if you're anybody who's just starting out, please listen to me. Don't go heavy when you first start. It's a waste of time, and it's going to slow down your learning curve. You want to develop the learning you want to develop the learning curve and the muscle memory the best you can with the easiest setup. And then as you're going a little bit, you can, let's say, for example, you're using 8 mil steel or 9.5 mil steel. If you're going to start with 9.5 mil steel, start with 0.6. Slowly but surely start jacking it up to get yourself to the point where it's going to be. But if you're going to try to hold on to 9.5 with a 0.75 or 0.8 bands, and you're giving the death grip trying to hold on to it, you're going to have a hard time hitting a soda can. It's going to be rough when you're starting out. If you want to get good, start off with whatever ammo you prefer. It could be 8 mil steel, it could be 9.5. If it's 8 mil steel, start off with 0.45 or even 0.4 bands from a distance. Start off with a soda can, start hitting that. Get everything lined up to the point where you're shooting the same way every single time. And as that gets a little bit better and starts to improve, you can start cutting your bands to be a little bit hotter and going up to a 0.5 band. See how that feels. Cut those short so you're getting down to like here it is, and you got this much extra stretch, and you're shooting some hot shots, and it's going quick. And then if you decide you want to go hunting and you want to jack it up to 9.5, use the same approach. Start off with a band that's going to be easy. Get that mechanics in. You'll build up that strength and that posture. And once you get that going and you start working up a little bit more, and it won't take long. 0.5. Start trying some 0.7, 0.75, 0.8 bands with those to get some really good heat going. And that'll definitely get you there. But start off light. Yeah, you see Kyle Blackman? He's got it right here. Right now, I shoot 9.5 with 0.65 electric white, tapered, 18 to 10, active length, 195. Short draw. Now, with him set up like this, it's gonna feel nice and light. It's gonna help him. He's gonna shoot. He's still gonna get that ball down range, but he can get way more speed out of that if you decided to go with a 24-12. But it's gonna be much heavier on the release, and he's gonna be less accurate. To me, that feels great. Yep. Every now and then I will do a heavy setup with 10 millimeter leads, smash a can, makes me laugh. Yeah, it's fun. I know. I like doing it too. Every now and then I'll break out my 9.5 millimeter or my 11 millimeter steel, and I'll put on my my Olympus Green .75 or my Sniper Sling .7, and my goodness, hearing that big smash. But it's cool because when you're shooting those big ammos, you see them kind of like arc into the target, but the joules, the impact, it's just savage. Ooh, that was a terrible shot. I was way off on that one. I was really low and really right. I wouldn't have even hit a 60 millimeter flipper with that shot. There we go. Played a while. Yeah, you see, Kyle, that's what you got to do. A lot of people in the beginning, when I was talking about bands for heavier tapers, time you have important. Just because this influencer shoots this and this influencer shoots that doesn't mean that you're going to be shooting the same as either of them. And it's always a good place to start off to get an idea of how it feels. But I know, like for heavier ammo, there's a lot of people out there to shoot 25 to 20, and it works for them. I much prefer 25-15 for me. I find I get better speed, and I find I get better accuracy because the draw is a little bit lighter. That said, in the cold, 25-20 is better. When it gets really, really cold out, it is better. But 25-15 for me is my go-to, especially with heavier ammos. It's definitely the way to go. But some people prefer it. I mean, there's like Wayne Martin. He's a 25-20 shooter all the time. And who's going to argue with that guy? He's built like a gorilla, and he can drop anything from 30 yards all the way around him, no problem. So that's that. I mean, the guy's a freaking legend. I'm not saying that he's right or wrong. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but that works for him. This works for me. So that's pretty much the thing, is you got to do your own research. You could take information You can take these informations and try things out and see how they work for you, but that's it. I'm trying 0.5. My stuff comes, which should be next week or week after. Nice. I'm trying to get even lighter. Yeah, you know what? I like my 0.45, but if I'm going to go shoot anything lighter than that, it's Sniper Sling 0.4. Although I don't know if Omega Slings actually shoots. I don't know if they have a 0.4. I never checked, but it would be worth trying. But the best 0.4 bands I've ever tried were Sniper Sling Yellow. They're freaking fantastic. I love those bands. They got plenty of zip on them. They shoot nice. They last decent. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun to shoot. Can't go wrong with Sniper Sling. Can't go wrong with Omega Slings. Oh, there's a good crack on you. Trying to get even lighter. And you know what, Kyle? The lighter you go, the better and better your accuracy is going to be. So the whole trick is kind of dialing in that whole thing. Dialing in the the lightness versus speed. So you got something that's reliable, but yeah, you basically want to get something that's going to be reliable with the lightest speed that you can get. So if you're just shooting targets at say like at 10 meters or 20 meters even, you just want to make sure you can get your ammo downrange, enough speed downrange, but with the lightest draw possible. So in the beginning, most people start off trying to shoot the fastest bands possible. Slowly but surely, when you start realizing that as you're dropping down your draw weight, your accuracy gets better. And for those people who are looking for speed all the time, I mean, it's not really going to change. You're not going to really change their mind. But when you really want to dial in your accuracy, draw weight has a direct impact on your accuracy. So that's a big key. Red Leg, how you doing, bro? It's already been getting better. I want to be able to do a little vid with the Avro. Oh, cool. I got a bow at ATO Slings, 5 p.m. doings. Thanks, Mark. Later, Slingers. Hey, take it easy. Thanks for stopping in. You know what? I should probably wrap this one up, too. We've been on here for almost 3 hours now. So we're just a few minutes, almost a few minutes to 3 hours. So I got some stuff to do, and if I want to be able to have some lunch and get back in this garage, I'm going to have to wrap this one up. Take our last shot. Oh, and a hit. Beautiful. Alrighty, folks. You guys take care. Stay safe. Get out and practice. Be good to each other. I will see you again soon. I love you guys. You're freaking awesome. I'll be out with a video hopefully soon. And as always, I'll be here on every Sunday. I'll be here. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're going to check out the new merch shop. I got lots of goodies in there. Take care. Bye for now.